Welcome, pottery people. It's Nodakian After Hours. Shelly, Sayler, that's me. I am here today at Dakota Media Access, visiting from Nodakian Studios up on the hill to throw some pottery, to chit-chat with some local creatives, and just have a good time. I am happy you could join us tonight. I'm going to throw something a little bit bigger today from some recycled souls. Today I am with Dr. Amy Duchsherer from the communication department at UMary. She is a wonderful doctor of communication, a pottery enthusiast, just like me, a bird watcher, and she makes these marvelous gardens, which we're going to really get into, and talk about how to kill grass. So, welcome, Amy. I'm so excited to see you.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks, Shelly.
I've gotten to see you in the last month.
So much.
So much, and I love it.
Yeah.
So how are you today?
Great. Yeah, it's a beautiful day outside.
And we're inside.
And we're inside.
So tell me about yourself.
I'm Amy Duchsherer. I professionally work at University of Mary. I'm a professor of communication out there. So I teach Com 110, which is public speaking. I teach our theory classes and our media classes. So kind of a bunch of different things. And then outside of my classroom, I like, just creating things. Pottery's been kind of something that I've been into since I was in grad school. I took a couple classes, and then I just went to Shelly's wonderful pottery camp for a whole week, which is where we met. And now she's spent a lot of time with me the last 2 weeks because of that.
I had to. You paid for it.
I had to. It's the best way to get friends is to pay for them. And then, I love bird watching. I love gardening and just all sorts of things. So kind of a,
So you...
person of many trades.
I met you Art and Wine Walk.
Yes.
And you were talking pottery because I was doing pottery.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, maybe I should. And when I saw you pop up, I'm like, oh, she's doing it. I did a little dance. And I had no clue what to expect. And when you came in and you sat down and you threw your first pot, I'm like, oh, she's going to level up this. The amount of creativity and skill you brought to the table.
Thank you.
Not only made my job easier, but the fact that you listened and advanced, that's why I do this, is to see you grow and to see your skill get better and better and to see that light go ka-ping.
That's what I love about teaching too.
You killed it.
Thank you.
You killed it.
Yep.
And all the stuff that you did is going in the kiln today.
Is it?
Yeah, it's been with this humidity. It's been under a fan.
Yeah.
So tonight it gets fired.
I'm so excited to see it all
Tomorrow it gets glazed.
fired up. Yeah.
And then this weekend you can come pick it up. Yes.
That sounds awesome. It's so fun to see how it transforms in the kiln. Because,
it goes through
you
some
can tell
major
a pot
trauma.
looks nice, but it, it looks so different when it comes out of the kiln than it's what it's supposed to be.
So you know pottery, you know this stage,
Yep.
full-on greenware stage, leather hard stage, bone dry, bisque, glazed, finished glazed. What is your favorite point to look at a pot?
Favorite point to look at a pot? That's a really interesting question. Well, I think there's a couple. So obviously the finished pot is so fun to look at because when it's a lump of clay, it's hard to know what it'll turn into, And it's fun to see it in all its different stages. My least favorite is probably bone dry, where it's just
Oh, yeah.
But a leather hard pot, it's hard to not love a leather hard pot.
Oh, thank you. Nail on the head. That is my most... I have dreams about leather hard pot.
Do you?
Oh, I
don't have dreams about leather hard pots, but they do they have that sheen to them, and
they look like skin.
They're malleable and they feel so nice, and you can still do that's when you do all the fun stuff to it.
And they're great on a summer day because they're consistently cold.
Yep. So
Even
I love
on
a
the
leather
sun.
hard
Oh,
pot.
yes.
But a finished pot is,
This is why we're friends.
when you're using it. I was thinking about pots this morning because I was coming here. Sometimes I think about pots when I'm not coming here, but a good tactile pot where you're can just touch it and hold it, like a good mug that has texture or different sheens on it. That's such a great experience. And it's I don't know, and you get to know the potter because you can feel like they've touched it and they've formed it with their hands, and you really feel like you get to know the person who made the object. And that's what I love about pots, is they're like, paintings are great, like, you know, all art is great in its own way, but I love that pottery is tactile, and it like, you really feel like you, I don't know, like almost have a relationship with the person who made it, even though you've maybe never met. That's what I love.
Walk in the same shoes for just a microsecond.
Yeah.
Yes, and especially because you know the process, you know the skill behind it.
Right.
You understand what was put into it. You would be surprised, shockingly surprised, how many people think they can be, they'll come to a show and you're like, do you have this mug in green? Or do you have it in this glaze? Oh, I don't, not today. Well, can you make one tonight?
Yeah, I'll
and
just
bring
whip
it tomorrow?
up. And you're like, no, it takes us
Physically, no, I can't.
like days. Right.
But then it's wonderful because it opens up that line of communication. Well, let me tell you why I can't, but this is what I can do for you.
When even like a simple cylinder is very like deceptively simple, right? Like the amount of skill even to throw like a good cylinder is, you know, like you'll probably see.
And that's the doorway to every shape.
Yep.
What are you shooting for today?
I'm not shooting for anything. I'm shooting to make a pot that stands up, Shelly, and not embarrass myself on Bismarck television.
You are not going to embarrass yourself. If you fall out of your chair, I'm going to catch you.
Yeah.
This is not about that. I want to know about you.
Yep.
So when you're not professionally teaching communication,
Yep.
what are you doing? You said bird watching,
I
gardening.
love birds. Yep. All probably from like, well, I always have binoculars. I have binoculars in my bag right now, actually. But in my car, I always have binoculars so that I can check out things that I see. But from the migratory season, which starts probably March, April in North Dakota, our migratory birds start popping up. Yeah, I love going out in the spring and escaping to the sloughs and seeing the migratory ducks and stuff like that.
And then the smells makes you want to get back to the pottery studio,
The
I
smell,
bet.
yeah, that musty
Stink.
yeah. So there's that. What else do I do? I like to quilt, and then all summer long I garden, and I go out and I putter around my garden and look at my bees, and what kind of little insect friends I have in my garden.
Oh, I'm deathly afraid of insects.
Are you?
Yeah.
All insects?
Yeah. Well, I mean, flies and mosquitoes, probably not. Spiders, not a big deal, but everything else.
I used to hate spiders.
Ugh.
And then when I had my son, he kind of like warmed me up to, you know, like you can't kill things in front of your children because it makes them traumatized and stuff. So that's when I started to befriend like the spiders in my house. I still don't like them, but I tolerate them and I put them outside if they're really bothering me.
I had a studio spider for several months.
Yeah? What
And then
kind?
it died. I don't know, one with 8 legs.
What color
And
was it?
It was, I had a gray-brown.
Oh, those fast ones?
It would come out and it would just watch me. So I'd give it a little cap of water and it would come out every day and just watch me right at the crack.
Well, that seems
It was
kind of
pretty
sweet.
big.
Yeah, those like, I think those are like those grass spiders. They have like a little stripe in the middle. Those things are fast. Those freak me out. Those are my
little
least
ones.
favorite. Yeah.
Anything more than that, I don't, bugs are not, maybe I have to look at them as my little friends. My
Yeah.
little whimsical friends.
When I have a lot of bugs I like in my garden, but I don't want them like in my house, you know? Like I love a bumblebee, but I don't need a bumblebee in my house.
Just that heavy little floating thing, just
Yeah.
bumping into stuff.
Yeah.
Gosh, they're so cute.
They're so cute. And they're fuzzy, you know? Like,
Now,
I don't know.
They don't have stingers, correct?
I don't know. I think they have stingers. They just don't use them if they don't have to.
Okay.
Like bumblebees, you're not super likely to be stung. But I mean, if you were allergic to them, I would be a little concerned.
Now, is their stinger a tail, technically?
I don't know. Is it a tail?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Because it detaches in bees.
So do lizards?
I suppose, yeah, geckos lose their tails. But their stingers don't grow back.
Oh,
So bees like don't want to sting you, right? But the honeybees are a little more aggressive. I'm gonna slice my finger open if I do that.
Are you a honeybee or a bumblebee?
I'm a bumblebee.
Yeah, I'm a honeybee.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Describe this.
You swat at me and I'll sting you. I don't know. You saw me in action at camp. Was I a honeybee or a honeybee?
You're probably a honeybee.
I like sugar. I'll go after it. So migratory season, what are your claim to fames of stuff that you've seen?
Oh, stuff that I've seen.
Yes.
I've seen an American bittern.
Okay.
It was Mother's Day. I used to hate Mother's Day. Even when I was a mother, it was just always like it's a tough day, you know? And I think it's a tough day for a lot of people. And my husband took me up to Audubon one Mother's Day, and we just had the most amazing birding day. We saw like 36 species maybe. There was like all sorts of things, but the greatest was we saw 2 American bitterns, which are usually really hard to see because they like hide in the reeds. They're like, you know, a great blue heron. Mm-hmm. So it's a type of heron, but it has short legs. And herons are really cool because their necks like articulate like an S. So they can have long elongated necks, or they can like crunch up and have like an S-shaped neck. And so we were driving, and my husband's a really good spotter. So we're driving, and I'm like, stop the car. And I can't see anything when he's driving because like my astigmatism and all this stuff. So I got my binoculars out, and I'm like, oh, that's an American bittern. And you could just see its like head sticking up in the reeds. And like if you weren't paying attention, it would be a blade of grass, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's what I love about birds is like it forces you to slow down and like pay attention to what's happening around you. You don't have like all those extra, you know, like I have anxiety. So like all these extra things kind of like fall to the wayside when you're looking at birds because you just have to like focus and pay attention. And that's like pots too, right?
Yeah.
So we saw that, and then we kept driving around, and there was this American bittern just like out in the open, and he like they make this really like glug 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 like weird noise, and he was singing for us. It was just the best. Oh. And then I like to go down to Mackenzie Slough, and there's ibises down there, the white-faced ibises. They're like a purple, glossy, iridescent, like just gorgeous birds. What other like claim to fame? Those are probably the best birds that I've seen. But I love all birds. Like even my sparrows. We saw a lark sparrow the other day, just like really beautiful. Stripes on its face. It was up at the Science Center. Has a little nest in the hydrangeas up by their new garden. So yeah.
Every place I have lived, I've had a finch nest in my window.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, they like you. They want it to be your friend.
I think so.
Yeah.
We've got a whole condominium at our house right now of finches.
Do you really?
I just
like
love
the red
them.
ones, house finches?
They've got the purplish head.
Yeah, probably a house finch.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah,
And
could be a
they're
purple
happy.
finch, but they're a little less common here.
And they,
so.
I swear, they watch you through the window.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing in there?
Yep.
Oh, just cleaning my room. Oh, I love it. I love it. Especially in the summertime when I can have the windows open.
Yeah.
And you hear them through the screen, just if they're picking or nesting.
Yep.
It's the best feeling. It's warm. Any bird watching excursions this week for you?
No.
No?
Nothing planned this week.
What about the winter? Do you ever do bird counts in the winter?
So they have the Christmas bird count, and every year I say I should do that, and I never do.
The one in Medora?
No, like it's just a national thing that like maybe Cornell puts on, or Audubon, one of them, does a Christmas bird count. So like Christmas Day, all the crazy bird people go out and count birds. And it's always too snowy or cold, and I'm just like too full of Christmas cookies. I don't know. So I never really do that. But I do like to go out on like a nice day to the, what's the trail over by, like it connects to Sertoma. There's that long nature trail that you can do. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
It starts in Sertoma, and then
It goes up the hill?
around. Yeah, you like go behind the zoo. I don't know. Anyway, last time I saw like a little mouse speared on a twig, and that's like a northern shrike. They're called butcher birds, and they're like small songbird size, but they're kind of aggressive, and they'll like spear their prey on.
And you
things.
saw it.
I just saw the prey, but that was a shrike.
Did they eat it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't know why they pierce them if they just like save them for later, if they're warning other prey, like, hey,
Stay
I'm
away.
here. Yeah.
This could be your head.
This could be you. Kind of medieval about them, right?
During Halloween, I have a bunch of old mannequin heads. Or they're not mannequin heads, but they're the hairdresser school practice heads.
Yeah.
So they're all shaved, and we put them on spikes out front of the
Creepy,
studio.
Shelly. Stop. I'm gonna have to come by the studio.
Yeah, you're going to. One of them has a pitchfork in the
Nightmares.
head.
Stop.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
That is a lot of fun.
I don't get a whole lot of business though when they're out, but it's fun. Oh man. I remember doing a pop-up with those heads out there, and one of my friends came with their grandkid, and the kid is screaming.
Yep.
I don't want to go in. And yeah, so there's some trauma out there.
You and Whitney at Unco Cookie could have a real Hansel and Gretel situation going at the cookie house in the studio.
Oh,
And scare
man.
all the neighborhood children.
I think cookie camp might possibly be in the works.
Is it really?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. I don't even like baking cookies, but I would attend her cookie camp.
I mean, I think she bakes them. You just decorate them.
That's the worst part.
You just eat them.
It really,
I'll
that's
decorate
the best
'em.
part, right?
That is the best. And cookies are so good.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
good.
We got them for Dominic's birthday, so I'll pick them up this weekend, and I'm excited to try them.
Super good.
Maybe I'll do a closed form here. I think that's what this wants to be, right, Shelly?
That looks like a closed form. Mm-hmm. Now, birds like to live in gardens.
Birds do love gardens.
And I heard you talking about gardens over camp.
Yep.
And you were gardening out over gardens, and I loved it.
So birds are the reason I got interested in gardens.
Okay.
My mom always had like a beautiful garden. We lived on a farm. In her garden, she had vegetable gardens, and she had like some perennials, and then she always did a lot of annuals. But the birds got me interested in native gardens and making my yard a little bit more natural. So we started a journey probably about 3 or 4 years ago now of we have a big camper pad. We're on a corner lot, and the like whole area between the camper pad and the boulevard, it was awful to mow because it was kind of like, well, it was a little bit of a death trap because like from the camper pad, it like dropped.
Oh.
So you could like fall off the edge 6 inches and die, right?
Looks like grass, but it's
a little drop off, yeah. So it was a little bit kind of dangerous for people who are clumsy and don't pay attention like me. And then we brought in some soil, and I don't know how I convinced my husband to do it, but he let me. And we planted all sorts of native seeds and then started growing them. And now it's about 600 square feet total. And it's a big pollinator garden. It's finally starting to look like something.
Do you have your pollinator plaque yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No. It would technically be like a monarch way station too. We don't really have a lot of monarchs I've found in Bismarck. I've only seen like maybe 2 or 3 ever. I think we're kind of on the edge of their area. Unless someone knows different. I'm always worried I'll say something and you'll have an uproar in your audience about this idiot who doesn't know anything, right?
And that's when we come back and thank them for the information.
Yeah, thank you for fixing my misinformation that I'm accidentally spreading. I also teach media literacy, so it's a thing that I'm like, you want accurate information, right? Now it's starting to look like something. We have a lot of bee balm that is hopping with the bumblebees right now. I had maybe 30 bumblebees yesterday. And then when it was raining, on what day did it rain? Monday, Tuesday? They were hiding in there. It was so stinking cute. They were up under the blooms, just sheltering from the rain. And it was so cute.
With their little bums sticking out.
Yeah, and then we had one on our house yesterday that was thirsty. So we gave it a flower, and it got on and drank a little and zoomed away. The birds got me interested because I thought this is actually a way I could lure more birds to my yard, right? Is having native plants and seeds and habitat for them.
Oh, I thought you were going to say to eat the bumblebees.
Oh, well, no, I don't think any species eat bumblebees. Maybe.
I might have to look into that.
I mean, I don't know if natively, I know that there's
My dogs
some.
do.
Do they?
Or my did, yeah.
Oh, Ernest?
Well,
The other one, Foxy?
Yeah, Foxy did too. All my dogs have been bug eaters.
God rest her soul. Yeah, but I took Master Gardener from NDSU Extension this summer, and I'm kind of on a quest now to start killing people's lawns and making more native habitat for all sorts of things. So,
And I've offered mine up as a sacrifice to you, and I'm so excited.
it's going to be my first full lawn that I'll kill. I'm really excited about it. Because the thing is, and I know that some people have different reasons for having lawns, so I'm not going to fault anyone who really loves like their green lawn. But to me, it's just like a dead piece of land that's not anything. So lawns, and I think like if you have kids, you probably don't want like a bee lawn, right? Like that makes sense. That's totally understandable to me that you don't want, bumblebees that your kids are stepping on and stuff like that. But if you have like a little space that you could, whoopsie.
Look at that.
It was, yep,
Nice.
There we go. Zoom in. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. If you have like a space of your lawn that you could devote to native habitat, right? Even like a little 10 by 10, you just start to see things show up. Like I didn't even know milkweed bugs existed until I had milkweed in my lawn. And they're these cute little like longish beetles. They look like a ladybug that's been kind of stretched out.
Oh,
They're
I've
really
got a few
cute.
milkweeds in my flower bed.
You should go look. My milkweed bugs are gone now, but I had a couple in there probably like May, early June. They pop up and then I suppose they lay eggs. Maybe I'll see them later. I don't know.
See, that
But they're
just
harmless.
scared
They
me.
eat the, really?
Yeah, laying eggs and being all weird. And
Well, I mean, you don't have to be in there like touching the eggs. You can just let them live in your lawn, Shelly.
this is true.
Yeah. I mean, you're allowed to be freaked out, but
Just let them be.
if
Just
you let them be, you can just enjoy them for what they are, right? You don't have to invite them into your home.
Little egg laying weirdos. I don't like bugs. I don't like them. I don't understand.
You don't even have to look at them. You can just like enjoy that they live there, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, people say milkweeds are a weed.
Yep.
Why are they beneficial to my flower bed, and why shouldn't I pull them?
Yeah, good question. So,
Because we like to pull them and hit each other with them.
do you? That'd be actually a pretty good one to hit people with.
Yeah, it
They're pretty strong, yeah. Probably hurts. I mean, okay, so weed is just a plant that's growing where you don't want it to grow.
Okay.
So, like a peony could be a weed if it's in the wrong place, even though they're really beautiful, right?
Oh, I love peonies.
I do too. So I have also non-native plants in my garden. So I think
get
native
along?
plants are really important, but I also think, we can enjoy things that aren't native too. That's okay. So milkweed, why do you want it? It's a good host species. There's this awesome project. If you read the book, Nature's Best Hope by Doug Talame is a book that I got from the library, and I read it in like 2 days. I loved it so much. But he talks about, so birds are like an indicator species of like how the ecosystem as a whole is doing.
Okay.
And they need a lot of food to be raised from chicks. So I don't remember. He does all the math of like how many caterpillars a baby bird has to eat and it's just, you're like, there's no way there's that many caterpillars anywhere to eat that many, So the idea is like you plant species that can host caterpillars because caterpillars are, this is going to creep you out, soft sacks of food for baby birds.
Wait, like a hot dog.
They're hot dogs for baby birds, but
Okay.
hot dogs are a big choking hazard for kids. So,
They're softer.
there's that. They're softer and less choky, I guess.
They do this. They help themselves
Nervous,
down.
I'm gonna impale myself on this wire.
Did you get a crappy wire?
I don't know. I had such a nice
Let's
wire
swap.
at camp. Barb was always over there injuring herself, and
I
I was
got
like,
some tool
"Check it out,
maintenance to
Barb.
do."
My wire's so nice." Okay, so
We love you, Barb, and we miss you.
We do. So we plant native plants that host different species so that they can feed our birds and help our ecosystems. So if you don't want milkweed in a certain spot, that's totally fine. That would be a weed. But if you have a little place that you can keep milkweed, and there's different types of milkweed that grow in North Dakota. So common milkweed is really aggressive. I have some of that, and it's spread out of my pollinator garden and into my yard,
Okay.
which is like winning for me because I want to kill my lawn and my husband doesn't. He's still worried about what the neighbors think. I've given up on that situation a long time ago. Yeah, so you could plant it, someplace where it's not in the way or it's, or you could get a species that's a little less aggressive and doesn't spread so much. So there's like rose milkweed and showy milkweed. We have world milkweed, and they all look a little bit like different.
They all look fancy. That's why I like them.
They are kind of fancy. I was really surprised because my dad, I grew up on a farm, and in the pasture we had common milkweed, and he'd always be on a war against the milkweed,
Because cows can't eat it?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
They maybe can't. You're probably right. Right?
Cows aren't birds, we'll stick with birds.
Yeah. We had cows growing up. I didn't know a lot about the cows, but they are really cute, those cows. We had this cow named Penelope. Now I'm diverging. We had Penelope, and she was, when she was born, her hooves were like turned under like this, so she couldn't walk. And I had show sheep at the time. And we raised her with the sheep, and she learned how to walk, and she became this like massive force. Like, I don't know. She was like this wide across the top. Like, she was just massive. And she was like lore of
All the sheep.
well, the whole area, like she had to go in summer other places because she was so big, and like my dad couldn't take care of her. She was just huge. Yeah.
Living her best life.
She was.
Just from such humble beginnings.
Yep. And everyone loved her and fed her a lot. So,
That's sweet.
Penelope. What a good cow.
So what does it take to kill a lawn? A kamikaze grass killing is not what we're promoting.
No,
We're
not other
promoting-
people's lawns, just yours. Yes. If it's not yours, don't kill it. I think that's a fair assessment for most things in life.
Disclaimer.
Yep. Okay, so you can do it a couple of different ways. You could use Roundup, which is probably, I hesitate to like suggest chemical, but sometimes you just need chemical to do the job, right?
Okay.
And we need to think about chemicals as like right place, right time, right? What's happened is that we tend to abuse our chemicals and use them like for
we
everything,
sure do.
right? But the right place, right time, not necessarily a bad thing. Oh,
Someone's late for work.
SMR, ASMR. So right place, right time, chemical. You could round up your lawn and like just kill it. Another way that you could do it is called solarization. Solarization uses like a thick plastic. I did this on a section that I had hollyhocks in, and the crabgrass just took over, and my hollyhocks didn't even come up this year. So it works in like the heat of the summer.
Oh, wow.
And it just heats it up and bakes everything. One thing about solarization in like a big section though is it's gonna kill everything in the ground. So I didn't feel good about doing it in a huge spot because I thought about like maybe my earthworms or like all those helpful microbes and stuff. So in some ways like Roundup might be a better option because you're not killing like your whole soil ecosystem,
Really? I thought Roundup killed everything.
Well,
Okay.
I don't think as much as everything.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll have to look into that actually. But I think like your microbes and stuff in your soil are going to be, because it doesn't probably leach too far down. Depends on how much you're putting on, I suppose.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
So solarization kills everything.
Now, solarization, you said it kills it with heat.
Yeah.
Can you start fires with it?
Ooh. I haven't heard of anyone having a fire. So you like water the ground really well so that everything starts growing, and then it kind of like makes silage out of the stuff. And then I
Okay.
lifted the plastic and I watered again to get everything else. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I like that shape.
I'm playing. I don't get chances to play, and you are just inspiring me.
Yep.
I'm loving this.
I just said, let's be easy today. I'm going to try to make something a little bigger than I've made, though. This is a lot of clay for me. Or you could do like occultization, which is black plastic, and it like pulls out all the light. So those are 3 ways I know to kill lawns. You could also scrape, if you wanted to be really eco-friendly and not kill all your soil, you could get like a bobcat or something and scrape the like sod off.
Yeah. I'm good at that.
Are you? You should do that.
Not intentionally, but when I move in snow, a lot of lawn comes up.
Okay, maybe this winter you'll scrape the soil.
Well, we've got underground sprinklers.
Oh, well, that might be a problem.
I'll take those out too.
You won't even need them once you have a native grass, because here's the cool thing. Turf grass, 3 inches of root system, so dry. That's why we have to water it so much and it sucks all the resources, right?
Okay.
But our native plants have these huge, awesome root systems that are built for being drought tolerant. So they have
Okay.
some of them 20 inches or deeper of roots.
Oh, where it's nice and cool. And
Yeah, so it goes way deep down. So my pollinator garden, I don't water it at all, except for I've planted some new stuff that I'm trying to get going.
Okay.
But that's all I actually water. So it becomes very drought tolerant, and you water a lot less. There are also buffalo grass and stuff that you could do if you wanted a more turf looking, more traditional looking thing. They're warm season grasses, so they'll take longer to green up, but they would be green during when everyone else's lawn is brown.
Okay.
Yep, and then they die a little bit faster when it gets cool in the spring or the fall.
So basically, it's about timing. If you want color here,
Sure.
and boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Yeah, and when you're thinking wildflowers and stuff too, you want to think about having something in bloom in all the seasons. Mm-hmm. So in my garden, I have my spring bloomers are Jacob's Ladder. We have, what else comes in the spring? I have some bulbs that I plant in the spring, and then I just let my dandelions go wild, and that's most of my spring color right now. I'd love to
You
get some crocuses and stuff.
So dandelions are okay to have?
Well, I mean, it's the only food the bees have in the spring in my house.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I just let them run. I know it's an unpopular opinion for people with their little green squares of grass, but
Okay.
I like them because it's what my bees have to eat, and they need early food. So we do that, and then in the mid-summer kind of stuff, my purple prairie clover starts coming up. My yellow, what the heck are they called? Yellow coneflowers, I think they are, prairie coneflower blooms, and a couple other things. And then my goldenrod's starting to bloom now, and we'll have asters in the fall. So you think about color all year long, right? Because you want some things blooming at different times, and then different heights. Some short stuff. Jacob's Ladder is short, maybe 12 inches or less. My wild bergamot is tall. It's probably, 24, 26 inches.
Okay.
And then I have some stuff that I planted this year, like Joe Pyeweed and Culver's root. That's going to be really tall. That'll be 6 feet tall.
Ooh.
So different sizes, different bloom times. Think food for your bees all the time.
Okay.
And then in the fall, you'll get seeds that will go back to seed, or your bird friends will come and start eating them.
Do we want to scare some of these bird friends off? Don't be little piggies. Get out of here. I need more for next year.
I think that depends on your philosophy. If you want more flowers for next year, maybe. But
They're not going to come and
I'm not worried.
take everything.
No.
Okay.
But I also had a bunny in my flower pot the other day eating my flowers. I was I've been wondering why I don't have any flowers in that pot.
In the flower pot.
It literally was up there next to my gnome eating my flowers. And I said, it's fine.
Now,
We had a murder earlier this year. Our dog got a little baby bunny. It was awful. So I'm just happy they're, feeling safe in this dangerous neighborhood they moved into.
do you ever have to chase the bunnies away? Because bunnies in our little perfect square,
I know.
they're everywhere. I don't mind them.
I don't mind them. I think it's a philosophy of, if you're a vegetable gardener and they're eating all of your vegetables, I maybe wouldn't chase them away. People do, and that's their choice. I don't know. I'm very laissez-faire. I'm do what works well in your garden, right tool, right place, right time.
Okay.
But there's also things that you can do covering. I'm going too fast. That's what's happening. You could cover your plants or get a little fence. I saw on the Instagram the other day, people had dollar store trash cans that they made like little cloches for their lettuce and
Oh.
stuff to put over and keep the rabbits out. So I think there's a lot of creative solutions that you could use that aren't, like disturbing your wildlife too much. But I also think, like it can be problematic if they get to be too much. But we only have maybe 3 or 4 bunnies, and I haven't noticed. They ate my dill, and that kind of made me bummed out, but
Oh, dill is so good.
I know.
It was
And
actually me coming over and nibbling your dill.
there's a Shelly-sized patch
yum,
of
yum,
like
yum.
wadded down stuff in my garden, and I thought it was the bunnies, but
No, that was me.
this explains a lot more. This makes a lot more sense.
A while back, years back, I had somebody make me a cheeseburger, and they chopped dill up on it.
Like a meat cheeseburger?
It was fake meat cheeseburger.
Of course.
And they put dill on it. And I
it
had a
good?
dill cheeseburger, life-changing. That's why I remember.
Like dill on top. Like
Fresh
just
dill,
sprigs?
just, yeah.
Like lettuce, kind of?
Not a ton, but
Right,
right
but
on
like
the
a little
melty
garnish.
cheese. And, it was good. It was really good.
Can I plug some restaurants here?
Yeah.
Okay. Butterhorn, God rest their soul, not here anymore. They had the best Friggy pickles with their, but a close second is Huckleberry House, has really good pickles that come with the mother clucker,
Okay.
and they're really good.
You want to hear something really, really sad?
Yes.
Bismarck gal here. I've never been to either one of those places. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll have to take you to Huckleberry House. They have a great patio.
Oh,
They
it's
have
gorgeous.
wonderful cocktails. All the food I've had is really good, but every time I go, I get the mother clucker.
It
but
just
they have
sounds like it's fun to say.
It's fun to say. It's fun to eat. It's really good. But you're a vegetarian, right? So Hasselhoffs, you probably could get them without bacon. They're like giant tater tots that are
Oh,
like
I like-
nachos.
Tater tots. I've got some
Yep.
in the freezer right now. I even felted a potato ole. This is how much you're speaking my language right
You
now.
almost what?
I felted a potato ole. Needle
You
felt.
felted. Oh.
Yeah. I
Oh,
made a
cute.
little potato ole out of felt.
Oh, I bet that's really cute.
I always want to put it in my mouth. I probably have.
I was at a party once.
It's always a good story starter.
A Halloween party, and it was a Halloween party, and my good friend in grad school, Kelly, Jenna makes everything to the nines and has this fancy, she calls it Halloween every year, or used to when we were in
Halloween.
grad school.
Is it like Mountain Don't?
No, it's like everyone brings wine, and just there's a table full of wine, and
Oh.
then you drink and enjoy, and there's like, I don't
Sounds
know,
nice.
prizes. It's very fun. But Kelly and I were sitting on the couch, and she grabbed what she thought was like a snack and ate it, and it was potpourri. And we still talk about it. Like,
Does she
to
still
this
eat
day.
it? Is it
Well-
like the best new diet food?
No, well, it could be. I don't know. We'd have to check Instagram for that, right?
She must
Put
have the
some
most
like Himalaya
lovely
salt
breath
on it, and you're like gonna be so thin and attractive
with good breath.
with good breath. Yeah, she like, ha! I was like, it's potpourri.
And she's bleeding from the
She
mouth.
wasn't, but it was like, and then like it was, like those shaved, I don't know, like it was like styrofoam or something. So it had the teeth marks in it, and she just like put it back in the bowl. And Jenna just keeps putting out this potpourri every year, and she has like a warning now that it's not edible.
Not a snack.
Not a snack. So
Too
your
funny.
felted potato ole reminded me of that story.
So you garden, you bird watch,
Yep.
you pot.
Yep.
Are you a good cook? I bet you're a good cook.
I am a good cook, but I don't like to cook that much. I think it's just like by the time I get home from dealing with students and all sorts of things, I'm like exhausted. So
Keyword being dealing.
Well, I shouldn't have said that. That's maybe the wrong. But sometimes it is dealing with students.
It's a lot of energy.
It just takes. I think what's hard about teaching is it's like a performative act of sorts, and you're like always like I'm very high energy in my classroom, and like you have to be kind of on.
You do have to have some sort of entertainment to
Yes.
keep people engaged.
Yep. And then, I mean, you're working with all sorts of personalities, and sometimes it's not the personality that you would choose to have in your classroom. So you have to like figure out, and I think there's extra pressure being a communication instructor because like there's an expectation that you know how to communicate with people, right?
Yeah.
So Yeah, I get a little wore out, especially at certain points in the semester. But I make a mean meatloaf, you know, like I make good farm food mostly.
Meatloaf. I
That's the
love
kind
a
of
good meatloaf.
That's the kind of cook I am, is like, farm kid food.
Cold meatloaf sandwich, melted cheese,
Oh,
sprinkled dill on it
really? Oh, I bet that's
with
good.
some mayo. Yum, yum, yum.
I'd be willing to try that.
So, give me one quick tip about communication. You saw me in action for a week.
Yeah.
What can I do to improve on my communication? I get tongue-tied,
Oh.
and I'm just like, you should know what I'm thinking, and I'll just
I know.
shut down, turn around, and walk away. Just
Do you
do
really?
it.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, good. I masked
I thought
well.
you're very adept at communication. You tell these great stories. So there's Walter Fisher is a theorist who talks about this idea of a narrative paradigm. So before Walter Fisher came on the scene in like the 80s, I think he was 87, maybe somewhere around there. We had this idea of a rational world paradigm. And I think if any of us watch the news now, we know we don't live in a rational world where people are like thinking and doing things with their brains a lot. We live in what Fisher calls a narrative paradigm, where like if you're told a compelling story about something, that's what we kind of latch onto. It's basically a persuasion theory. So I think like the way that you use stories to teach is really like helpful for students to think about, like, oh, we're late to work, so we're driving really fast, pedal to the metal, and like these kind of anecdotes and stories that you tell are really good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate you.
You're fantastic. If you need pottery lessons, Shelly, I had taken, well, I told you, you know this, but television doesn't know this. So I took classes at NDSU when I was in my grad program for fun, just to like get away from research a little bit. And then I took some from BSc, and I had great experiences in all those classes. I learned really a lot from all the instructors that I had. But I still learned different new things from you and just improved and refined so much in the last week that, so, and I also think like being a good teacher also gives you a good like student mindset of like, there's always something to learn from somebody and like listening to perspectives. But if you're finding yourself like, I think sometimes when you're an expert at something, it's hard to remember what it was like to be a beginner.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just slowing down and reminding ourselves of that. Like I find that when I teach Com 110, because I've done public speaking since I was in 7th grade. I was a speech kid in high school. And I go, oh my gosh, outlining is so boring. My students don't want to know about outlining, but they don't know anything about outlining. They're happy to learn about, like they need to learn about outlining, right? So I think it's slowing down and reminding ourselves that just because we're experts in something doesn't mean that everyone else is one good thing to remember. And then I think where you really shine is that you can tell you've refined and crafted things and you've done them many times and rehearsed them. And that's like all good communication, right? You don't want to sound rehearsed, you want to sound natural, but having like those stories or things in your mind for different things, particularly for teaching and helping, when you find something that works, like filing it away, Does that make sense?
Yeah. Keeping it in my tool belt.
Yeah.
Those were some really powerful words you just gave me.
Yeah.
You actually put a pep in my step. I'm going to be skipping later.
Oh, good. I'm
'Cause
happy.
I'm just, it's always a struggle, Am I doing enough? Am I?
Oh, yeah. No, you're fantastic.
dun.
And I think that's what I love about being a teacher too, is like, I think about how unsure of myself I was for many, many years. Like, oh, am I good at this? Am I, like your grades come back and you think you're good, but also you don't get that maybe direct contact. And I just think about my experiences in grad school, and my PhD advisor, Carrie Ann Platt, like made such a huge impact in my life, like really encouraging me and giving me like specific feedback about the things. So I think that's one thing I like about being a teacher is like, I can be that for somebody else to like build their confidence and help them feel, more secure in like being who they are. And college is a weird time where students are, and like adulthood in general is a weird time, right? Where we're figuring out who we are. There's a lot of social pressure to be a certain kind of person, all sorts of things, right? So like being okay with all of our weirdness is important, I think. And like teaching students, like, I don't know, celebrating their weirdness. My students are so weird and I love it. Like, it's the best part of teaching is seeing how weird they are about
You
different
said
things.
something last week at camp that hit me so hard and so deep. It's okay that you think that. I'm okay with you thinking that. It's okay that we're different. I still want to be around you.
Right.
And that's just been going in my head on a repeat.
Yeah. I try to
love
be
it.
very like unthreatened by people who are different than me. Like it's okay if we have different viewpoints about things. Like that's what makes our world beautiful is,
Interesting.
you know, and interesting. So
So, unfortunately, this time has gone stupid
no.
quick. I could talk to you for another
I
4
know.
stinking hours. You are so interesting.
How long have we been here?
45 minutes.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have. So, in closing, I like to ask everybody the same 2 questions
Ready.
because they're interesting questions. And so, if you had infinite monies, you were above the law.
Oh.
I usually say just below the law, but I don't care. The law's gone. It's free will. What would you do for this community? What would you want to see?
For our community.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What would I want for this community? I think like something that just brings people together. Like that was what was so cool about camp was like bringing 8 different women from.
So
I mean,
different.
it just happened to be women, right? You weren't like excluding men.
Nope.
I don't think. But we had 8 women who were different walks of lives, and they just came together and like had this great little community experience. And I've been thinking a lot about how like our community is so important, like building community. So I think about like if we could build like little walkable communities or like something where we could be more tight knit. Or I joke about like buying the whole block, all of the houses in the block, and then in the middle, like building a community center where like each block could have their own thing. So if I were above the law, I would tear down everyone's awful backyards and make them like awesome community spaces maybe.
Everyone's backyard would be a park.
Or like support a whole bunch of different camps where people could learn new hobbies and skills and come together and like join together on things that they love.
Okay.
That would be awesome, right?
I like this.
I don't know if this is making any sense,
It
but just
does.
something where we could like become more together and like meet the people around us. And I think as adults, it's daunting to meet new people, right? Like it's hard to make new friends and meet new people and put yourself out there. So like building spaces for that kind of stuff to happen. That's what I would do.
It is hard to make adult friends, but we're doing it because we're
Look at
friends
us.
now.
Besties.
Yeah. Touching on that, my friend lives in Arizona, and they
Yeah.
have community swimming pools. It's one pool for each little neighborhood, and they're
Yeah.
really nice. And
Yeah.
you just go, everyone, I think you get a code or something. Now on a more selfish topic,
Yep. On it.
same question, but what would you do for yourself? I mean, if you wanted to buy a brownie factory, you could do that. We're not limiting it to communication, creativity, birds,
Yeah.
plants.
Yeah.
What would you do for you?
I would pay off my house, and then my husband and I would be debt free, which would be amazing. I'd buy a new car, and then I would travel a whole bunch. I'd
Away
go-
from your car in your new house?
Yeah, that was dumb, wasn't it?
No, not at all.
I'd
You
pay
have
off my house.
you have
I
somewhere
would
to come back
leave the
to.
cars. You're right. I don't need cars. I need a dog sitter for like a whole year.
You've got infinite money. You can have it all.
Oh, I'll bring my dog sitter with me and my dogs. Better idea.
There you go.
And then I guess I haven't really thought about what I'd do with a bunch of money. And then I would travel and I'd look at all the birds everywhere.
Love it.
I'd go on like a big year. Have you heard of this where people try to see all the birds?
No.
I'd go everywhere and see all the birds. That's what I'd do with infinite money. My son would hate me, but it would be fine. I'd buy him something great so he would love me.
Oh my goodness. If you want to
This is so
find
fun.
out more about Dr. Amy, where can we find you? Unless you don't want to be found. That's okay.
You can find me on the University of Mary communication page. It's probably the
Perfect.
easiest. I'm on LinkedIn. I have Instagram, but I don't use it, and I have a private profile. So I lurk on other people's profiles like Shelly's. Look at their pots.
Stalkers are always welcome.
University of Mary website. Shoot me an email. Let's kill your grass.
Ooh, let's kill your grass at gmail.com.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
Do it. Thank you guys for joining me today. I have had a stinking blast learning about killing stuff and not killing stuff and birds and communication and
things.
wonderful things. I've had a blast today. If you want to do something like this or sit in my chair, reach out to me. I'll tell you how it's done. I don't care. I'm not going to gatekeep. If you already have an idea, pitch it to Dakota Media Access. They'd love to hear it. Let's get some more great community programming on and build this community. That's all we've got. Thank you guys. Nodakian After Hours. We'll see you next time.